Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld. We are back today with another Hussar and Highmate colony episode, but we are taking a look at the hero of our last episode, and hopefully today's episode. It is our little lifter. That's right. God bless the Mechanitor. Luckily, a few episodes back, Clarissa was designated as our Mechanitor, and Randy saw fit to provide us with one free robot, which this was the guy we got free from Randy. And thank God for that, because he has now become an integral part of our plans to take on this giant mech cluster over here. So, if you missed the last episode, my strategy right now is to place little stacks of mortar shells, high explosive shells, in strategic locations all around this cluster. So you can see we've got a couple already placed. He's probably going to grab the third stack I've got right now. He's going to dive deep into the heart of the cluster, and we'll witness this together. I'll go ahead and initiate time. Yep, see, he's going to grab another stack there. The only issue is I'm down to 4 more explosive shells, so I'll just use that for the last stack. We'll put that in another location, and I want to do a bunch of them. Essentially, the plan is to domino effect these explosions, because you'll notice there's no unstable power cells here. The good news is, though, there's no activators, proximity activators, at least none that I see, unless I very, very stupidly missed one, but I don't think so. So we can literally just move our little lifter in and out here. So if you're wondering how I accomplish this, it's by having people, our literal colonists will come over and pick up the stack. Once I unforbid the door, I'll have them pick up just the high explosive shells, just a couple of them, and when they get them, I have them drop them, and then I forbid the storage inside the colony. So the little lifter, since he is the only being or entity or mech allowed to be unrestricted right now, because everybody else can't go over on this side of the map, he is the only one who is going out here, which is perfect. So that's kind of how we've accomplished it. Like I said, we'll witness it right now. He's carrying 3 more shells, and we'll go ahead, and while we're waiting for him, we'll decide where we want our next one. So I'm going to copy this, of course, which is just essentially critical storage unit for just one, or the high explosive shell, and that's it. Now let's put it... This looks like a good spot right here in the middle of these. Yeah, I'll take out some of these, hopefully destroy a couple of mechs here. We got a bunch of scorchers. Those things are kind of squishy, so we'll place that, and then we will paste the settings. Very important, otherwise he might set something out here incorrectly. Boom, now he's placed them. What I will do is forbid them, because I'm going to delete this just to keep it clean, and so I don't forget. Once this is all said and done, I don't have like a half dozen to a dozen little dots of stockpiles out here, so we just delete them as we go. Now with the last stack, there's 4 of them, so we'll just use all 4 for the next little spot, so I don't need to have any colonists come pick these up. But the issue now is chem fuel, so I've got 108, and our boy buddy, whenever he wakes up or whatever, is going to start making some more shells. I will definitely be putting more stacks out there. I don't know how many we can get. I mean, without a activation, we can keep this thing out here indefinitely. But the problem is raiders or trade caravans might activate it. So we got to be careful. Of course, there's always mistakes too. I could accidentally forget to set a child or something to restricted, but I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to do my best not to screw anything up here, but so that gives you an overview. And of course, if things do go south, we are ready. I've got a shell in here, an EMP shell prepared. I think these 4 should already be primed and ready to go, so that we can pop the shield here in the middle and just start to do our best to take it out the old-fashioned way. Okay, here he comes for that next batch. I just want to watch him. Sure, I'm worried about him being so close to these mechs, but I think that's just natural nervousness. Alright, so delete it. I've still got the zone saved, so we've been through the process. I'll just, I think this is a good spot here. Look at all these. Yeah, we'll put them right there for sure. Paste, and boom. Like I said, we're just going to keep going. And they've already created 3 shelves. Good job, buddy. He's working hard. He knows how important it is. Well, it's a little bit awkward. I'm going to send away. Yeah, you know what? I should probably just turn off my guest beds for now. It's such a pain though because I have to go and reset the value. So I'll just deal with the notifications when they pop up. But it's a little bit awkward, and I was waiting to place this thing until I get a true like production room set up, so I don't have to have it all crammed into this one little spot. But I need it, so we're gonna sit down the biofuel refinery, and we'll probably start chopping the forest over here on the western side of the map while we try and avoid the mech cluster, obviously. But this will give us what we need to produce more chem fuel, obviously, which is so critical. Also, components have become a bit of an issue, but luckily I've got a mod with this mod pack which allows you to produce them in bulk. Now, the only issue with this is it does take a pretty high crafting level to do like the 25er. So if you don't have somebody who's 18 or above, you'll have to go down to like the 10 stack. And if you don't have somebody who's 14 above, you're just doing solo components until you boost that crafting. But it's kind of balanced out in that sense. And it does take quite a bit of work to get a stack of 25, but boom, there we go. So that kind of helped out the colony quite a bit. Thank you, buddy. You are literally helping us save the colony right now, my friend. Oh, you know what? I forgot all about this. I remember researching the Dub's Bad Hygiene mod when I first played it, because this is my first time playing it, but when I first installed it, I did some watching of some videos, and it did say that you could use the fecal sludge for chem fuel, and here it is. So I'm going to put that up. The only problem is we've got a sewage outlet in the river, so literally, like, we haven't had any fecal sludge in a long time. You know what I might do? Well, we don't have any prisoners, so that wouldn't help us, but I guess I'll just leave the bill up there in case we happen to get some. Maybe, like I said, if we get some prisoners at some point, I might dismantle this toilet and just use some latrines, because that'll produce it quite quickly. Okay, and by the way, as a little side note here, we did expand the borders of our colony just a little bit, as you can see outward. Of course, I've got it all zoned up here properly, and I think I've even got it set up for the safe zone too. Almost, not quite. So we can come in, use our handy dandy little paint can tool. There we go, fill in some of those rough spots we were missing. Also, looks like we've got to make sure this is proper and correct, otherwise our kids and our colonists won't have access here. Or they could get themselves killed if they do something like try and come outside the bounds to repair that. You never know, you gotta watch it. But anyway, what do you think of the structure of my rooms here so far? Obviously, I'm trying to keep the diagonal nature of our architecture going. I think it adds something interesting to the colony overall. And it's hard to tell, you know, until it's fully built and we got floors laid and stuff, but this is actually like a little hallway, essentially. You can see we got a door right here and a door right here tucked in there. And this is big room. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I'm going to use all these rooms for, but obviously this might be a good lab here, laboratory room, because this is getting a little too cramped. If we want to expand any more benches, it's just not really going to be feasible in that old room. So we do have a bunch of water, but luckily we've got a bridge mod. Oh yeah, you can count on that. But yeah, and like I said, unfortunately that bridge is kind of on hold as we expand over here, but it won't be too much longer. I don't even know like what I'm using this for just yet, but well, like I said, one of these rooms will have to be for the mechanitor and like recharging and stuff, especially if we want to expand that whole operation down the road. Oh my goodness. Well, you know it happens. Even if I go into my social tab and I turn down the pregnancy approach, they still manage to find a way, so it's okay though. We do have another baby, by the way. Oh, let's take a look here before we go look at the other child. Where's Lady V? There she is. Let's take a look at the baby. Inspect baby Jean. So this is a full-blooded Hussar father and a hybrid mother. Lady V looks like a Highmate, but she's the mix between a Highmate and a Hussar. So the baby, they've had a couple kids already, and they lean more towards the Hussar. So we'll see how this goes. Super fast wound healing, psychically deaf. These are all Hussar traits. Hyper-aggressive, violence disabled. So in case you're new or you haven't paid attention so far, if these two traits are present together, then it's the hyper-aggressive one which wins out. This is the recessive trait. So this baby will be capable of violence. Delicate, reduce pain. So that's a high mate trait, obviously. So is violence disabled. Very attractive. High mate, red eyes, short hair, Hulk body. Yep, great shooting, great melee. Awful plants. That sucks, but yep, go juice dependent. Now, we've only had a couple kids come out with this trait, and you can see it says it right there. It takes effect after age 13. So for the first half of their life, it's not a big deal. But I say first half of their life. Who knows what the lifespan of our kids will be? But anyway, when speaking of children, we did make a Hussar, a pure-blooded Hussar here. And that's just because I like to mix it up, you know, plus we need extra fighters too. So it's good. Once this little one grows to be full maturity, hopefully they'll fall in love with somebody and start a new breed of hybrids. But this is the product of actually Cinderman and Strong. Of course, we use the ability to extract an ovum. And oh my god, she's got a permanent crack in her freaking spine. Jesus. That sucks so bad. But you know, the good news is I have actually finally gotten our bionics researched. I'm going to slap that down right there. Yeah, so if we look at research, I've been working in this tree right here, this tab. So we're up to synthetic organs. I've got brain surgery. That's going to be very important here. Down the road, once little Leslie Jr. comes out, she's got resurrection psychosis, so we got to give her a brain transplant, I think. But the bionics, oh yeah, it's time for those to start flowing, let me tell you what. Let's see, yeah, steel, of course. Steel is always the problem. So, one thing I have been kind of neglecting, and it's really just because the research has been so hard pressed, but I did unlock Agriculture 1, which is part of the VGP Vegetable Garden mod, which I like quite a bit. And it gives you a whole set of things, including like recipes, but it also brings the red lentil plant to the table, so to speak, pun intended. And what this is, a meat substitute. So it's basically a bean, a lentil, and you can use it in recipes in place of meat. So anytime it calls for a meat, you use the red lentils. So we're going to start growing that because that will help us get through those humps like now when it's harder to hunt, you know, because there's danger on the map and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, this cactus up here, I'm going to switch this over to the bean now. Red lentil bean, and this little patch of hay, we'll put that onto cactus. So we keep having a little bit of fruit here. And I'm going to go ahead and expand these some more too. Of course, we're just waiting on steel. All our steel is basically going into the high explosive shells, which we'll take a look at here in a second. I've also decided to switch our deep drills over here to do some actual steel mining instead of just mining up stone chunks, but we'll get back to the stone production in a little while. Here is our new mech operation. So they're putting in the infrastructure, the power and stuff's going in. Need to place maybe a light or two just for our benefit. The mechs don't really need lights, do they? But that's okay. It's still good to have some down here. I'll change the color to like a bright red color. Okay, that's good enough for starters. Put one down here too. In case she ever comes to work on this station, I'll have some light. But let's take a look here. How's it going? Oh, yes. We've added quite a few more. So there's all the spots so far. Here's the next one. And I don't know what he's doing. The little lifter, he's working on it. There he goes. Okay, so he is doing it. Yeah, I know. He's got 7 of them with him now. Whoops. So he's picking up some of the ones that are being actually currently manufactured. But you know what? I don't even care. If he wants to take 7 out there, let's do it, baby. This is going to be one of those stacks that's, I'm hoping to kind of connect explosions. So we want this one to explode and set off this one. And then, I don't know, it's kind of far, but honestly, I'm hoping, you know, as I've said, to pepper these things all throughout this area. So we're going to keep doing it until something sets off the cluster, but it won't be me if I can help it, certainly. All right, let's observe him. Go in there, sneak in there. Oh, our little covert guy. Oh, I love it. Boom, there we go. Oh boy, well this is exciting. The colony's very first bionic leg. There it is. I had them drop it right on the ground, so I've got a whole bunch of them queued up here. Of course, we're not going to be able to make nearly that many. I've only got 22 advanced components, but we do have plenty of plasteel, so that's the real good thing, and there's still tons of it on the map. Look at this. We got a meteorite of plasteel. There's some more down here, and there's like more up in the hills to the north. So the plasteel is not the issue. It's going to be the components, no doubt. And I don't have the research yet on even how to make those, but nonetheless, I'm still excited. Good old buddy's doing his best. He's knocking these out. Let's pop his production command. Let's go. Now, who is the lucky recipient of the first pair of bionic legs? She's going to get the first spine. Don't worry, I do have a bill set up for the spine for advanced components. You know what? I'm going to unsuspend this. Let's bring this down to 1. Let's actually, there we go. So he'll finish this, and then he'll make a spine for her. I think that's probably best. We need to get that spine problem taken care of, but I'm going to give the legs to somebody who needs them, who's like literally missing a toe or maybe a leg altogether. Yeah, it might be Clarissa. She's got the prosthetic, so that's actually slowing her down. Kidney's not helping either, missing the kidney. And of course, she's our Mechanitor too, so she should probably take priority. The cool part is I've got the Resurrector belt on her again. So if you're unfamiliar with this, it's provided by the Vanilla Expanded Accessories, which is a great mod. And it basically, it's like an extra life. Whenever she dies, she's immediately resurrected thanks to the mechanoids, the nanites that are injected into her. So that's good for the Mechanitor, I thought, to carry that. But anyway, we'll go ahead. Let's set it up. I'm going to give her... we'll give her the industrial tech level, and we are going to install a couple of bionics. Now, I know we're not ready with both of them yet, so I'll just suspend these so we don't screw anything up there. But yep, it is on the way there, Clarissa. Don't you worry. Okay, a little update on the bionics. We do have a bionic spine now installed on Strong, and actually, just for fun, I went ahead and gave her, I had an artificial nose made up, so we're going to give that to her next. She is in line, and of course, Clarissa has a brand new set of legs there, 2 bionics. After that, I think I'm kind of holding off on my advanced component usage. I want to save what I've got, because we're going to need some. I'm currently researching advanced geothermal, so if we want to upgrade our power plants, we're going to need them. So unfortunately, bionics are just holding off until we get some traders to show up, which I hope is going to be really soon. Steel, of course, is taking a turn for the worse. I'm actually resorting to having slag chunks brought in, and I think these guys are hunting, actually. Yeah, but we're getting some slag chunks brought in so we can get those smelted down. I've even got some weapons sitting here, as you can see, quite a few just random stuff. I might actually get that smelted up too, but anyway, we can come up with some steel at some point, I'm sure of it. Like I said, once we get a trader, because I hope the trader, when they do get here, will not walk through this disgusting nightmare. But we are making a lot of good progress on the shells. Check it out. I've got 56 out here. Jesus, I didn't realize it was that many. As you can see right here, this is the next spot. I'm just kind of ignoring things right now, letting him do it on his own as Buddy or whoever makes more of the shells. Then we, the lifter just comes and picks them up. And then I just come and look, and whenever the stack gets too big, I just forbid it. 7, that's the biggest one we got. But honestly, there is no such thing as too big of a stack here. Just the only real downside is all the steel. It's going to be wasted. But, in the end, we'll probably get enough back just from deconstructing or shredding up the mechanoids here. But, man, oh man, this is a big threat. So I'm not in any rush to confront this thing, I'll be honest. Oh boy, here we go. We've got an exotic goods trader coming in. Luckily, they are not coming towards the mech cluster, but remember, when they leave, who knows? All bets are off. Of course, I'm expanding more and more. We're up to 61 total shells. I'm starting to kind of fill in the gaps between the piles so that we get, a nice domino effect out here. I just want this. I'm going to go overkill with this, guys. I'm going to try and just make a nice little explosion over there. Maybe nuclear levels. But anyway, we'll see. And I am excited to see what this trader has. Remember, we've got 11,000 silver still, so I'm hoping to spend some of it. All right, so if we take a look on the right over here, you can see I've set up the trade, so we can just look briefly. We get some bison, we're going to slaughter those up. I figured a second cat couldn't help. I basically just bought all the animals they had, and pretty much the standard stuff here. In addition, we got a detox kidney, because I'm pretty sure somebody's missing a kidney, so I'm just going to slap that in there. Healing enhancer, they got a shock lance, but no insanity lance, but they did have a jump pack, so we're going to take that. I'll probably put that on little boy Wrench once he gets old enough to equip something like that. But there we go, pretty decent. Now, like I said, I got to determine who needs that kidney and who gets the healing enhancer. I think since Cinderman is a Luciferium addict, that can help his healing quite a bit. So I might give the other one to Strong here, or we'll give the healing enhancer to Strong. I think that's probably a good option. So we'll do a healing enhancer for her on her torso. Yep, and let me determine who needs that kidney. Middle toe, there it is. Okay, so go. Oh, good, it's Clarissa. So left kidney, gotta make sure I don't install it on the wrong side. I've done that many times. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did that once in this playthrough. So what was it again? The left kidney. All right, there we go. Everything is in place. Well, I'm going to pull something maybe a little bit stupid, definitely risky here, but this grizzly bear is calling my name, so I think we're going to provoke it here with Oh my god, it's right in front of him. Also, remember the mech cluster is just right over here, within a stone's throw. So let's, what I want to do is just provoke it and then get him behind the embrasures. Obviously, that'll keep him nice and safe, so let's do it. Okay, now get back, bro. Run, run, run. Move, move, move. For the love of God, move. No, the fence. Oh, Jesus. No, no, no. Oh, this was so stupid. He's go-juiced up because I was having him mining earlier. All right, move. Good. Oh, good. Ha, ha, ha. Got you, bear. I got you. All right, hold on. How's his health? Oh, he's fine. He's bruised. No, nothing lost there. Yeah, so Cinderman, he is, oh, there goes the bear. He's on the Lucy. He's high on go juice. Got his 2 architect eyeballs plus his charge rifle. So he's good to go. And now we got ourselves a nice little free grizzly bear. Beautiful, beautiful, yep. Being very careful with this. Although, whoa, look at that. Yeah, gotta watch that. Good thing is, I do have them all set up to the zone, so I don't have to worry about things like that too much. But it's funny, it seems like all the animals are starting to take refuge over here. I think they're learning. The animals are evolving. They're becoming smarter. Because everything on this side of the map is gone. I've hunted it all pretty much. Even the rats. Hey, check it out. We've got ourselves a healthy vat birth baby. There he is. Yep. Of course, he is a full-blooded Hussar and the child of Cinderman and Strong. We're just going to, of course, put him right back into the vat, though. So I was looking around for somebody to do it, but it's okay. We'll just let things progress naturally. Oh, look at his little bitty red eyes. He's a pretty cute little baby. Going to be a dangerous one, though, I guarantee it. But, you know, I think we are drawing close to the end of our mortars here. I mean, look at this. We got an obscene amount. I'm approaching over 100 mortar shells, or close to 100 mortar shells out here. I've got one more stockpile zone set up. Yeah, some of them I let build up a little bit too long. There's 9 of them right here, 6, 5. So we got some real firepower out here. I'm confident that a couple of well-placed shots from our mortars inside the walls will do the trick here. But I am going to go overkill once I'm finally ready. And to be honest, we might be able to at least initiate this and see what happens in today's episode. So stick around, guys. We got a little bit of excitement to come, I think. I'm closely watching our lifter here because everything depends on when he decides to move those mortar shells. Oh no! This one's 8,300. Just as we start to... Oh, look at... Wait, what is this? What is this? Climate adjuster, 10 degrees. Well, that's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This is good. Proximity activators here, so we can't do our little setup. We've got a high shield, so mortars won't be effective unless we take that out, plus a low shield. This has got it all. There's no mortar here, though. I don't see. And initiates in 14 days. Alright, I think we're safe from this for now. So what I'm definitely going to need to do is clear... I'm going to clear the western hemisphere right here. Clear it pretty good. Don't want to give them any chance to stumble into, like, firing range, basically. So, there we go. Our map is getting more and more cluttered. Okay, there he goes, folks. Making the final journey. I'm not sure how many he has, but... Oh, he's got 5 of them. That's good. That's a good stack. Alright. Oh, dear, you better get out of there, Buck. Bucko, you're going to get hurt. The only part I'm a little worried about is these up here. I didn't really place anything there, so this little cluster will probably survive. But there's going to be a few survivors, I'm sure, especially if we don't get all of these like capsules and assemblers taken out, which we might not, but I'm really anxious to see how this goes. So let me go ahead and get my people set up. Okay, good. Looks like everybody's here. Oh, she put on the jump pack. That's okay. We'll just leave it on there for now. But I think it's time to get everybody juiced up and start firing. All right, there we go. Let's do it. Now, everybody should be primed and ready to go. But we're going to put that to the test. And there's very few shells left. But again, I'm pretty sure each one of these has the shells in it. Okay, I've got all the targets set. Let's release her. And, oh, there it goes. All right, Lady V, just come up to the front. We're going to need you in your place. Now, as soon as this thing pops the shield, we will send off the volley. All right, there it goes. Oh, look, get out of there, little guy. Now, you'll also notice that Shay is in her position, ready to call in the aerodrome salvo. Okay. So I'm going to try and do these both simultaneously. Obviously, let's wait till he moves back. And we're going to release these because they take a few seconds, just like 2 or 3 seconds to cool down. Okay, beautiful. Now let's put all these folks into position. I think, Cinderman was the one I had throwing grenades, but we'll use Arslan this time. Let's put him there. Okay, Shay. Do it, Shay. Do it now. Your aerodrome salvo. There it is. I'll put it right here. The mortars are aimed over in this direction. God knows where they're going to fall, but let's hit this big cluster right here. Oh, did she call it? She do it? Yep, 60 days left. All right, fall back, Shay. Get the hell inside the walls. There we go. Bring the thrombos with you. Oh, God, don't get killed. Oh, there it goes. The shells, they're not exploding. There they go. Okay. Close the freaking doors, please. Those shells did not explode like I wanted them to. Look at that. No, we only had a couple of explosions. It did seem to damage a lot of the buildings, though. I mean, I only see 2 capsules and no assemblers, so that was good. Damn. I wish we could get some more off right now, because this is a lot of mechs, guys. This is a lot. Wow, why is this guy a different shade of white? Huh. Anyway, whoa. So didn't quite go to plan, but whatever does here in the Rim, right? Anyway, we have run out of time, so we are going to start tomorrow's episode off and see if we can hopefully take on this, pretty heavy assault. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I will see you all on the next one.